Hi, and welcome to RCSP Florida. Today we're going to visit Boneyard Beach in Big Talbot Island State Park on Big Talbot Island in Florida, which is northeast of Jacksonville and just south of Amelia Island. In fact, a bridge on the north end of Big Talbot Island connects to Amelia Island. You can see it in a lot of the video clips. Boneyard Beach gets its name from the dead trees that cover the beach in certain areas. The trees were once high and dry, but have ended up on the beach because of erosion from the weather and waves. Lots of these now litter the beach and make for some interesting photographs. You don't think about having cliffs when you think about Florida, but here in the northeastern part of Florida we do have rolling hills. Where Big Talbot Island's east shore meets the Atlantic Ocean, the elevation is 20 feet above sea level. Over the years, due to the wave action and erosion from hurricanes and large storms, the land has been eaten away. When the trees that were on the edge of the cliff were undermined, they fell into the ocean. You can see from the tree roots of many of the larger trees how far the shoreline has actually been eroded over the years. I would have loved to show you some drone footage of the beach, but it is illegal to fly a drone in Big Talbot Island State Park, or any Florida state park for that matter. I couldn't even get a permit to fly it, even though I have a commercial drone pilot's license. I hope they will relax the rules someday, but I'm not going to hold my breath. There are YouTube videos of Boneyard Beach with drone footage, but it was obtained illegally, and those involved could be fined if the FAA or Florida Park Service decide to do so. It was not worth possibly losing my drone license to get the footage. There was around a 20-knot wind blowing while I was shooting these videos, and the natural sound at times was just wind. Even with a dead cat cover on my shotgun mic, some of the audio was unusable. Doing the intro on the beach was impossible, so I'm stuck with doing it in my office. So, when you are given lemons, you make lemonade, and that is what we did with this video. But that is part of being a nature and wildlife videographer and photographer. Mother Nature is not always kind to you. I will tell you up front, this video is not up to my standards, but I wanted to show you the beach, so forgive me for the less than stellar video. The skies were overcast and gray the entire time we were there, and that's when it wasn't raining. The sun did try and peek through the clouds just before we left, so I have a couple of the videos that had enough light, but the gray skies still killed the contrast. If you are ever in this area, it is a cool place to visit. To get to the beach, you have to walk or bike down a dirt trail. The round trip distance is somewhere close to a mile. I walked it in about 10 minutes with no stops. If you are a birder, there are quite a few birds in the forest you walk through, so be on the lookout for them. During migration season, a lot of birds migrate through this area along the coast, so birding is best during migration season. On my next trip, I hope to be able to get some nice stills of the surf, which is beautiful at high tide. When the tide is low, the water is quite a ways from the trees, but at high tide, some of the trees are in the water with waves crashing around them. A lot of the trees have been bleached by the sun in salt water and are quite beautiful. They're almost white. There is not always wave action on this beach as you would normally expect. When we arrived, the wind was calm and there was no wave action at all. It depends on weather conditions and wind to make the waves. Unlike the normal Atlantic Ocean shoreline, which has some wave action all the time, there are sandbars offshore that also help to reduce the wave action. A note on high tide. Make sure you know the tide information for the days you are going to be on the beach. This is a fairly flat beach, so the water comes up and goes down quickly. There are only a couple of ways to get to the beach, and if you are not near one of them when the tide is high, you could get trapped on the beach. Remember the cliffs I mentioned earlier? They pretty much go straight up, so it is impossible or difficult at best to safely get off the beach if you become trapped by the water. When the tide goes out is the best time to be there. You know how high the tide is going to get, and it's receding, so you're going to be getting more and more beach as the tide goes out. If a tide is coming in, just be cautious and use common sense, and be near one of the exits to keep from spending hours on the beach, sitting up on a tree, waiting for the tide to go out. If there is a storm near the island, it is best to just stay off the beach until it is safe. Here is what I was able to capture, and I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed this very brief visit to Boneyard Beach in Big Talbot Island State Park. I wish I had been able to capture better images, but you can't beat Mother Nature. I'll plan to go back at a later date, and I hope to get some better photos and video to show you. We've already planned 2 trips since this one, but the weather did not cooperate either time, so we're still waiting to go back. If you like this video, please hit the like button, and if you want to see more of my videos, please hit the subscribe button. I want to thank all of my subscribers for supporting this channel. If you have any questions or comments, you can reach me through YouTube or send an email to dscott@rcscottphotography.com. My website is www.rcscottphotography.com. Check it out if you want to see some of my photos. Stay tuned for more videos coming soon. Thanks for watching and have a great day.